we could change picture. Hello, Paula. How are you, my lovely lady? Oh
Hello.
my goodness, they were already on.
Yeah, it sure sets it up now, doesn't it, on YouTube? So, like, sets chat room up.
Don't know who else is on. Got it. Oh my God.
Just
Can't you get
leave
rid of
it.
that?
No, just leave it.
Oh dear. How are you, Paula, this evening?
Which might not be on now. There's only one. There
I
were two on
know.
now. There's one.
Evening,
Money
Money
Scratter.
Scratter. How are you, my lovely? Evening, Chris, Karen, Scotty, Miss Banners. Evening, Dory, my lovely lady. How are you doing? Hope you've had a nice day today, my lovely. Louise, hello, hello. I can't believe it. We're live on YouTube.
Right now.
Please do not swear. Oh my goodness.
So far,
That's
so
good,
good.
Dory. That's good. What am I going to say?
I don't know.
Winner of today's competition goes to
Tracy
Evans. So Tracy, when you jump on, you are our winner.
If she jumps on.
If she jumps on.
She might be on a different channel.
She might be actually, because I know there's a few live tonight, so they will be watched. I'm good, thanks guys. How are you? We're good. Evening, Catherine. How are you?
Evening.
Yes. So we've been getting stuff ready to put the shed up on Friday, but I don't know whether we can do it because it's a 2-man job, and I can't help. So we might have to.
I don't know. We'll see. It might not be a 2-man.
Yeah.
It says. What does it say?
That's good, Tracy. Catherine, sorry, that's good that you okay, my lovely.
It says advised
2-man job, which means a 2-man job, doesn't it?
No, it just means advised.
No. So he's going to attempt to put it up on his own. So that's going to be fun and games.
Good
evening, Mary James. I'm going to call you Mary Jane. Do you know, I do need my eyes testing, or I need to start wearing glasses. A 1-man job. We'll have to come for you, Scotty, at closest.
They advise it for health and safety reasons in case you...
It is, yeah. But glad to see you on YouTube live. I hope having you on all the time helped.
It did,
Catherine, and we can't thank you lot enough.
No.
Evening, Anne. I think that's it. Yes, we can't thank you guys enough, because if it wasn't
was amazing.
Everybody putting hours in and watching for us, it was just evening, Denise. It was just crazy. But at least now, evening, Daniel, War Dog. Hello, my lovely. No, I know. I have put the video on that I did, so everybody can see.
Yeah, you did, didn't you?
You put the video on.
Yeah, Lindsay put video on YouTube. Of course you did.
I put everything on YouTube. But yeah, so what was I saying?
I don't know.
I don't know what I was saying.
Saying thank you to everybody.
Oh yeah, so it's a great video with Simon. Do you know what, Mary? It would have been if we could have gone live, but
I think it's going to be that first one.
Oh, first one were amazing at Simon's house.
Yeah.
We haven't put another one on yet, have we? No. But what it does mean now, and thank you so much to everybody, and everybody's saying congratulations to us, and it isn't for us, the congratulations is for you guys. It's for you, because
do it for you.
Because it's just you've just blown us away with support. It's been amazing. But now what it does mean is you are out on location with us, so we can stream live to YouTube.
We wish you let Dora.
Is the church one up? The castle one isn't up yet, Mary. What we did the other night when we couldn't get a signal.
And I've still got a...
you can't make this up, guys.
You can't make it up.
Can't. Tried to watch
the live one.
It was shocking that last time we tried to go live.
It lasted, that first time it lasted for about 5 or 10 minutes.
And then
we walked around the corner, it lost it. Then we couldn't get signal back for more than 30 seconds. No. It's a stop on phone, but as soon as we put live, we just lost it again.
I just lost it. We tried standing back from Castle Park.
Running around with phone up like
that. Yeah, we went back up into the cemetery, so we didn't stay around Castle too long. We went back up into the cemetery to try and get a link, and we just nothing were happening.
I spit dummy out and threw everything back in car and went, that's it, I've had enough.
Yep. We do it for you, we do. But John spat dummy out a little bit.
Because I'd had enough.
So everything went back in car, and then we met back up with Chris, Jane and Simon just outside the church, and Chris put their REM pod down, we put our REM pod down. I would have done the same, John.
And then I went and got all stuff back out of the car.
Yeah, and then we put flashy balls down, and nobody were filming because we wasn't expecting.
Martin, thank you.
Evening, Martin. We just wasn't expecting anything.
Thank you,
thank you, Sue, my lovely lady. We wasn't expecting any interaction, and the REM pod went off, the flashy ball went off, and nobody were bloody filming. Simon luckily saw it happening, so it was great validation for Simon, because he always said if two things went off at the same time, then there's got to have been something around it, and for REM pod to go off, and then for the flashy ball to start flashing.
Yeah.
It were really, really good. These chats make me crack up with you two. So funny. I love how positive you guys are. So many other channels beat each other up. There's no point, is there really? You know, we are who we are, and all right, I am who I am. But yeah, so and to be honest, para-unity, do you know what, Chris? I don't think it's as much para-unity as just showing support, isn't it, really, for other teams that are out there, for other paranormal teams, for other YouTube channels, for other Facebook channels, pages and things like that. Hey, crazy lady, how are you, Nikki, my lovely? Elizabeth, good evening.
Elizabeth.
He's getting his teeth mixed up now. But yeah, it's I think that's the whole point of it all. I think supporting each other, because by supporting each other, other people get to see your links on their channels, and you're hogging the camera.
No, you are. I just have to turn it around
so by doing that, other people get to see you.
Here.
Well, shuffle closer. But yeah, it's crazy.
If I get any closer, Dog will come and get in between us.
I know she will. She hates us being sat together. So yes, I think that's just it. I mean, people who are going to come on and watch are going to come on and watch. Those that aren't are going to go and watch who they want to watch, and you get them that flip between. And evening, Terry, my lovely lady. But yeah, it's I'm a flitter. I flip between channels. I'll start watching one, and then if somebody else is on, I'll go and flip and see what they're doing. If
I'm getting interested in what we're watching.
Yeah, then I just switch. So
and I'm like, really?
Yes. Did we tell you guys that we'd ordered some new stuff? Evening, Linda, my lovely. So Dog is the thing. She's Elizabeth. If I get any closer, she'll get face. She's got face on now because she's laid in chair. But if I move any closer, she will come. We are all involved in paranormal for the same reason. No need for competition. No, there isn't. Did you get? No, I can't collect my parcel while tomorrow. And I ain't got a clue.
We don't know where it is.
Know. Where is Loverbella?
In bed.
She isn't. She's sat up there.
And that's where she's stopping.
She's sat up there, Loverbella.
She's going in shed.
I might bring her on for a feed in a bit. Hi, Angela, my Good lovely evening, lady. Angela. It's I can't remember what I've ordered, but I know one thing I have ordered, and that can't come yet.
Into it?
What got us into paranormal? For me, I lost my dad when I was 8, and I had a dream before he passed, a week before he passed, that he died in my dream, and then he died the week after. He will, Nikki, he'll get the doggy on. And then from losing my dad from being young, from being 8, it's sort of, that's what got me intrigued. But obviously, to lose somebody that young, you sort of like go off rails a little bit and do your own naughtiness and everything else. And so that's what got me, because I kept going to spiritualist churches to try and communicate with my dad. Then obviously I've lost other relatives that I were close to, and yeah, that's what got me started early in my teens actually, but I didn't actually start going out doing investigations till I was about 17, 18, I think. I started going out doing investigations. Evening, Rebecca, my lovely. Oh, it's fine, Louise. It were a long, long time ago now. We're back in 1982. A couple of years ago, I'd have sat bawling my eyes out still, but it's sort of like it's been I've laid it to rest, if you know what I mean. But I had to, so I could do what I'm doing now, if you get me. But yeah, what are you doing up here?
But have you ever predicted this other than your dad's?
No. I have dreams from and do you know, it sounds daft, Scotty, but do you know, if one of the family members gets, if somebody's ill and I go and visit them, I'll know whether I'm going to see them again after I've visited. I get that feeling when I'm with them. I went to hospital to see me Harold and my pop, my granddad, and my mum will be 10 years this year. Yeah, it's hard though, Nikki. It's difficult. But yeah, when I went to see my pop, I went to see him and I just whispered in his ear and told him to go to sleep. And I got a phone call about half an hour later, 40 minutes later, from my mum telling me he'd passed. But yeah, it's just.
Mary, tell us, let us know.
What?
She says, do you want to know why I got into it? Will it make you laugh?
Go on then, Mary. I'm interested in how everybody gets into paranormal. Oh, lost my brother 22 years now. Do you know what, Linda? People always say to you when you lose a loved one, they always come out with these comments like, it'll get better in time and you'll be all right. And you know, I don't think you ever do get over the loss. I think what you do is you learn to cope with the loss, but you never ever forget it, if you know what I mean. Get the same feeling, Lindsay. I know if someone is going to come through or not. Yeah, I do. Do you know, many times me and John's gone to spiritualist church, and when we're driving, I get a tingle, like a ticklish sensation in the back of my neck, and I always said to John, that my dad or somebody's going to come through for a reading, and I always get a reading when I just get that sensation. You don't get over, but yeah, you do. You just learn to the grief, I think.
She's like a kid, Anne-Marie.
So yes, so come on then, paranormal. You never get over the loss, but you'll come to live with it. Yeah, you do. And I always see it as though I'm living for him sometimes. I got into watching a series, can't remember the name, whichever Taps did, then continued watching shows. Started watching from researching Ward's End after walking through it at night. Wow. And that's how you got into it then, Scotty, by watching.
Exactly, no, I ignored it then.
The lady leaned over and then said, "You have spirits in your house." Wow, Mary. How did you react? How did you react, Mary, when she said that? And Scotty Ward's End is an amazing cemetery to walk through day and night. Ghost Hunters. I think it was Ghost Hunters, and then it went to Ghost Hunters International.
And now it's back as
I'm thinking of going for a reading. Would you recommend it? To be honest, Martin, I would research who I was going to see first. If they're charging ridiculous amounts of money, no, I wouldn't. No. I would go by reputation from other people. Don't just go with somebody saying, "Oh, my best mate does it," and blah de blah de blah. Really look into the person that you're going to see, because you're trusting them to bring your relations through, or friends through. And you wouldn't give somebody 25 quid or 50 quid just to do you a reading, if you know what I mean. I could advise who not to see for future. But no, if it were me going for a read, to be honest, when I go for readings, I tend to go to spiritualist churches, because they they do like these things called open circles. I know they do in UK. I don't know about in America how it works in spiritualist churches in America, but be careful who you bookmark. Like Lynn says, get a good review. Yeah, you've got to, Nikki. You've got to. But yeah, for me, I personally in UK, I go to a spiritualist church, and you read Scottish. Because it only costs you a couple of quid to go into one of theirs. And if you get a reading, you get a reading. If not, you'll be able to take something from other people's readings.
No,
and
I don't think there's nothing bad there, Scott. Nothing
negative in
towards
no,
even in that grave where they say it's the cursed grave.
But it's not a cursed grave. But... I mean, the thing with that grave is it's been some of it's been graffitied on anyway, and it's by kids, so it's yeah.
Oh no!
What? So me and my friend got a board.
Oh, this...
Mary, I won't touch one. But my personal opinion, and we have had this conversation before about Ouija boards and everything like that. For me personally, I would never, ever, ever touch one. I did it when I was younger, and I didn't like. Evening, Becky. I did it when I was younger, and I didn't like what happened afterwards. All I will advise you, Mary, is find out how to open it up and how to close it down, and make sure that you're not going on for negative, and you only want positive coming through. We'll look into it before dabbling, if you know what I mean. What's that one? I like paranormal. Since I was a young girl, watched film.
Looked on YouTube.
Been hooked since. Yeah, isn't it funny how you can watch certain things?
You watch most Ghost Adventures and Taps.
Yeah.
And then started watching stuff on YouTube.
Yeah. I think the thing it's like reduced from £30 to just £10 special offer. It's been a special offer for months. But yeah, I think it is when you start watching programs. I mean, when most don't had first come out, Dory's never had a bad experience with a board. Yeah, Dory, like I said, it's just my opinion. That's just my personal preference. I won't touch them. But like I said, there's a lot of people that use them. There's a lot of people that say they're still for sale in shops. You can buy them for kids. So I suppose it's what you believe. But would you suggest, though, Dory, that opening and closing is the right way to go about it?
Go on, man.
Random question. What would you do if you woke up and somebody shaved your eyebrows off? Rebecca, it's happened. Rebecca, that's happened. That's not a random question. That's happened. Me and my sister, I was about 15 and she was 13. And we were naughty, remember? And we used to go to nightclubs, and we'd been to this place in Sheffield, and it was called Rebels, and it were a rock club. We'd come home and we'd had a bit to drink, so I shaved both her eyebrows off while she was asleep. The following week, I didn't go out with them, but I'd been drinking, and I stayed at home, and I woke up, and our Jenny had got the razor, and she's took a big piece of skin out of my eyebrow. So now I've got a bald patch in my eyebrow where hairs don't grow because she literally
what
just
did you
chunked. Do? What did I do? Well, what could I do? I punched her head in.
What did you do about your eye? Did you draw
what did I do? I didn't do anything. I just had to
draw them on.
My nan and drew our Jennies on. They were like up here. But no, mine weren't that bad because, like I say, it was just chunked. It just went like a big scab. So that has actually happened. So it's not a random question. So yeah, because we were naughty.
Chat's gone.
I'm waiting for Dory to answer that question about opening and closing boards up. What are you doing? Does that leave it on?
I don't know.
Open and close prayers for protection.
Good evening, Kevin.
Evening, Kevin. Hope you're all right, my lovely.
One thing I was going to say tonight, I was watching a programme yesterday.
Cryogenics.
And it was about cryogenics and how there's some people, there's these companies, probably in England, I don't know, but this one we're in America. And it were $170,000 to have your body frozen cryogenically after you died. So you could be brought back later, obviously in 200 years time when they work out. Or you could have just your head frozen for a cut price. cut price of $70,000. What are your thoughts on that, guys? Do you think it'll ever be possible to bring
And
somebody back?
John asked what good question you asked
Well,
today, Carl, because
what we're discussing is obviously once you pass, we believe obviously there's a soul in the body, so your soul leaves your body. We also believe in reincarnation, so that soul then goes into another body. So if that soul was in a body that's been cryogenically frozen, and then in 200 years' time, it might be in 3 or 4 lifetimes for that soul, it's in another body, what soul's going to go back into that body once it's brought back to life?
so come on, guys, give your thoughts. Because I
ain't got a clue now.
I wouldn't even know how to answer that. You disappeared our chat.
I haven't.
Yeah. Do you believe in possessions? I do believe that people and things can get possessed. I don't think, even in everybody coming in, it's just that chat's chat keeps going off and we're not seeing comments. But you'll have to read back for cryogenic answers.
I'm reading them now. I believe it's
but yeah, with possessions, I think dolls and stuff can have an attachment. I don't believe that they can be possessed. Is that right? Is that my belief?
Yeah, it's got an attachment, but they can't get possessed because they're inanimate objects.
Yeah, Evening Karen, my lovely.
Yeah, that program was saying that once you put this fluid, whatever it is, this freeze fluid into the brain, it destroys all brain cells anyway.
Yeah,
so
you're gonna have to keep tapping steam. You need live chat, and that's it. But it keeps going off and then not coming. But items can have attachments. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Chris. But they can't. I don't believe an item can be possessed. I believe people can be possessed. But again, I think when you're messing, Lindsay John, when you have a sec, check the team, please. Doing it now, my lovely. Go on, I'll let you. Does your chat?
My workplace is haunted. An old steam train come through the window and disappeared. So well, I bet that was scary. Yeah, that could have been a bit freaky when it happened. If you sat in an office and a steam train comes through, or sat in in a workshop. Everything you touch transfers energy. Yeah, it does. And we're on about dolls and things earlier, and we're on about like they say they have attachments or whatever dolls. A lot of that, for me, or in my opinion, is obviously when these dolls, some of these older ones anyway, the dolls, when children have them, they love that doll, they name it, they do it, and it's transfer of energy into it. So there will be energy.
Evening, Peter.
Evening, Peter.
Apparently, my workplace is haunted. An old steam train came through
the window
and disappeared through the wall. I bet that was scary. I bet it were as well.
I've answered. Yeah, I said that one.
Yeah.
Is where Mammoth Pit was built. Oh yeah, I know where that is. Yeah.
Do you where?
Yeah.
Is that local? Can you go on that?
It's industrial estate now.
I would like them. Come up a way to keep us young and live forever, and I heard they can help to live to 130 years old right now. Do you believe a person can experience it? Have you answered that one?
I don't know, because I don't know what that one's about.
Oh, we.
Drakelow tunnels.
What, you got an attachment or like a possession? Yeah. How did it make you feel, Mary? You know, when you got it, how did it make you feel? Hey, Peter.
Hey, Peter.
I'm just going to try and put my chat on.
What, in case I was...
Yeah.
What, we're in team anyway? Oh.
No, it's fine. But do you believe... So do you believe there is a God or there is a devil?
I believe there's something, whether it's God.
For me, I believe, like John says, it's more of a higher being, I think.
Hello, Joanne.
Evening, Joanne, my lovely lady. It's more of a higher being. That than there is. Do I believe that there is a devil?
I believe it's
I think
evil.
there is. I do. I do believe that there is.
Again, whether it's the devil as
itself,
it's Lucifer, I don't know.
I had an attachment before, and I felt heavy, like somebody was sat on my shoulders, draining. So, how did you both get rid of it? Was it just by leaving the building? Did you have to seek further advice? A better place with peace. So do I, Denise. I mean, my own theory in my head, in a group. Just doing my foot then. Wow. Money scratter. We'll call it. We'll call it for that now. All right, my lovely. But yeah, for me, I think we live in hell. I think that's what this place is. I think, and we create our own heaven as such.
Everything has to be of an opposite.
Yeah, but my theory is we live in a hell now, because you've got war, you've got with religions, and the nastiness and evilness in this world is it's enough. But do I believe when we cross over that the way we've lived is what we cross to? That's what I believe. I believe whatever we create down here for ourselves, that's what we'll go on to, you know. You don't though, do you? You have different beliefs to me though, don't you? Devil is a fallen angel. See, again, that's going back to Bible, and to like your religion and stuff. But obviously you've got so many different religions out there that I know each one will say that there is a fallen, thanks Chris. I know that there is religions out there that I don't know if they've all got fallen angels or fallen something, but I believe we are all here for a weird experiment. Yeah, War Dog, we could be.
Sometimes it feels like some sick joke.
I was watching that thing on YouTube the other day, and it was about Matrix and saying that we live in a world of Matrix, and it showed you like a car disappearing into black smoke, and it was just like a quick puff of black smoke and stuff. And then it showed you other glitches. Now these other glitches, it showed you 20 goats in a tree. Now I'm not being funny, but to me that could have been photo edited or whatever.
There's so much evil in the world.
But yeah, it's just not. Yeah, it's bad. Say I am from God. Yes. So you're from God, then, Kevin. And that on YouTube. What did Bodog put? Was that on YouTube, Lindsay? I saw that one too. Yeah, it were Claire. It were on YouTube, and it were like, it's weird. From a spiritual perspective, it would make no sense. Each physical body we choose to incarnate into is a part of our spiritual journey. Has been used. Yeah.
I think it's personal experience, yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of apps now.
With fake stuff. There is.
Serves no spiritual purpose.
The goats in the trees are a natural thing, so nothing photoshopped. Oh, right, really? I didn't know that. Peter thinks everyone's a doggo.
Yeah, he does.
But
he'll wake up now.
See, there we go. He's smiling, he's awake, he's still weird. But I saw the dark side, and I don't believe in God. Yeah. Again, I think it's each personal experiences. I mean, we've got these people that actually talking about cryogenics. Yeah, Gary, we're listening. We've got people that have died for 2-3 minutes, 5 minutes. We've had them in a coma. And they all come back and they all talk. Doggers at it tonight in yard. They are in ass. But they all come back and they all say a different thing. One of our friends, she died for so many minutes, and she said that what she saw, there were family members there, but it was all black. Isn't that right?
They were all light. There were nothing else there. They were a light, but there were nothing else.
Yeah, they were a light, but nothing else. which again I just think it's fascinating because again there's nobody can say that you're. It's same we doing investigations. There's no right or wrong, because it's each experience. I died after this, so I tell you what is on the other side. The message before.
Yeah, guys, so you were talking about
Oh,
on message before we were talking about cryogenics. Serves no spiritual purpose.
yes, yeah. Serves no, yeah. I don't think it does. The crowd. I don't think it does at all. I've heard that while
Did that.
holiday people can remember previous lives. Yep.
The white could be the brain shutting down.
It could be. It could be. They're actually called tree goats and live in. That went too fast. I'm going to look back on my phone for that one.
Apparently, your hearing is the last thing to go when you die. And I was watching another. Do spirits pick certain
They're
people?
mostly in Morocco.
I was watching another thing as well, and they were on about when. I mean, it's not paranormal really.
Yeah,
but when people pass, although they're clinically dead, they still go on.
Wow.
Being able to sense things or whatever, your body or your brain for so long.
Well, Denise has put when her dad died for 2 minutes, he came back, but told us he asked for more time to put things in order, and he said heaven is real, and he died 17 years later. But what comfort that gives to families, and what comfort that'll have given to you, Denise, to know that that's what your dad saw afterwards. So you know that there's even in Van My Love Light, so you actually know.
And yeah, Rebecca, you would have thought so, wouldn't you?
Salt is meant to keep negative energy away. So if I eat salt, surely I would have some good luck. Don't eat salt.
No, but it's true though, isn't it? Salt's supposed to keep negative energy away.
You have to cover yourself in salt.
I suppose it's like eating garlic to keep vampires away, isn't it? Do you know
17 days later, not years. Oh, sorry, Denise. Sorry, my lovely.
I think it's still wow. After you die is your hair and nails. Yeah.
Did your dad manage to get everything in order then, Denise? The only thing that still grows after you die is hair and nails. Yeah, I think ghosts and spirits exist, but I'm not religious. I do believe in maybe an afterlife, though at least I'd like to think that. Yes. Yeah. That's good, Denise. At least you got time to put everything in order and say his goodbyes in a way, I suppose, to you all, which is a nice thing because not many people are that lucky. Yeah, I think I agree I think Peter's right. It's like you can believe in ghosts and spirits. You don't have to be religious to believe in ghosts and spirits, or in imps, elves, and fairies. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, I think we all would like to think that the afterlife is real, just because. It's a nice thought. It's a nice thought.
Just had fun. Dog was whining and called me mama.
Just had fun. Dog was whining.
Oh.
I think I got that. True shine a light. Yeah. But let me stand that way. That's better.
Now your chat's going to do the same.
What?
I don't know.
Will it disappear? Oh. Yeah, I'll turn it back up because my chat keeps disappearing. And I need to see my chat just in case that one don't come on.
Oh, you're blocking now.
I'm not blocking anybody.
Look, you are.
I'm not. It is a nice thought though, Peter. It is, do you know, and it's something that I suppose for those that are, and it's horrible to think of, but those that are actually dying, to have that belief and that thought of what's going to be afterwards.
Yeah.
I think it's comforting. I also think it's comforting to families as well, though. I really do. But yeah. So, have we missed anything? I'm just going back through. But I never knew that. Well, that meant to be apparition there, Clever. Nails don't grow. The skin around them shrinking back. So it's like a false Yeah,
I don't know.
it's like a false thing, isn't it? Yeah. My nan, when she died, saw my granddad
Face.
face. Oh, bless. Do you know, I used to work in a nursing home, and there were a gentleman in there called George, and
Yeah,
he
apparently
was
nothing for me after I die. I'm Pisces.
bloody hell, Claire. Um, but yeah, when I worked in nursing homes, there were a gentleman in there called George, and he were a bachelor, but he got a family with brothers, got 4 brothers and 3 sisters, I think, George. But he were like a DIY man and Mr. Fix
We
It,
will pray for you, War Dog.
and definitely. Evening, evening, Gemma, my lovely lady.
Evening, Gemma.
But yeah, and I
So,
sat with him while he passed, which was a very, very hard thing to do because it was the first person that had been around to actually see him take the last breath. And we opened windows up and we put flowers. But just about a couple of minutes before he took his last breath, he was saying that he could see his brother and he was shouting out his sister's name. Then after he passed, because you're in a nursing home, you have to leave him in the room till the thing till the coroners can come next morning. I'll answer that in a minute next. But yeah, and we all we washed him down and everything else ready. And then we went into the dining room area and we were talking. And all of a sudden, this one bulb started laughing. And I said, "That's George, Mr. Fix It, coming back to let us know that he's okay." I took it quite well, but the other ladies, it spooked them out because they'd seen quite a few things in this nursing home. But yeah, it had its moments in there. Nikki put, what are your thoughts to heaven being like earth? Do you think you get education, houses, a spirit husband or wife? No. No, I don't. I believe that we're all free once we get up there, and I think we'll just mingle. I'd like to think there's houses. I'd like to think there's a bar. I'd like to think there's a disco going off somewhere up there as well. But honestly, I just think that we just all. I think just all the energy just connects, and then gets dispersed back down to Earth, into a newborn baby, or if they choose to go to an animal, they could go choose.
Denise,
You
I've
know,
had people run out of my house because of spirit activity.
really, Denise. Wow, wow. Used to dress the bodies before funeral directors collected them. Yeah, Chris, it's an hard job, isn't it? It's not easy. Um, yeah, but Denise, have you ever thought of investigating your own, not doing a proper full investigation, but just like leaving an EVP recorder running or a camera, or is it something that you'd rather not engage with? Excuse me, I don't mean to yawn on camera. Goodness me. It is. I was scared the first time. Yeah, I didn't know what to expect the first time. But thank you, ladies. I'm kind of glad in a way as I watched my granddad deteriorate. Yeah. My granddad had Alzheimer's and Parkinson's disease. It's horrible to watch him
Louise used to
die
do
like
that
that.
as well, same as Chris.
Wow, Louise. But you do, Lindsay Lowe. But yeah, it's I think it's
I can
difficult.
imagine
Yeah,
it's Shana like paranormal.
yeah. I used to work a few most upsetting. Yeah, it is. Seeing 2 year, yeah, that'd be heartbreaking for me. That's why I chose to work with adults. My daughter was hemorrhaging while giving birth. I
was
calling her for ages. And she shouted what after she told me she was going to a woman.
And
a dog in a bright light. Really? Wow, Yvonne. Wow. Do you know, our mum kept calling her Diane just before she died. Margaret, it upset my mum at the time, but she knew it was the morphine that had confused her, so I understand. You know, I used to get that with my pop. I used to go to see my pop when my nan couldn't have him no more.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I'd call them back, Yvonne, if you could. Do you know what I mean? I'd be there.
No, we haven't been to the Edinburgh Vaults. It's one place we would like to go.
But yeah, my pop used to call me, my mama used to call me Marcia. Marcia's here. And I used to be heartbroken because he couldn't remember me, and then all of a sudden he'd remember me. But then he'd forget me as soon as he remembered. But he always, my mum wouldn't know it one, he never forgot. I wouldn't quote working in a funeral. No. It's usually my son. He talks to me through my Alexa, stuff like that. Thanks, Mom, and love you. Wow. That's. Do you know, to get that, Denise, you grab it with all on, because that'd bring me so much comfort. And I hope it brings you
Edinburgh
comfort
Vaults,
as well.
Imagine it's really spooky.
Yeah.
How about you now? You start to be off.
Have I started you off? I know what Yvonne was saying though. One of my daughters, she's due to give birth on 2nd, and we think she's going to end up having her blood transfusion, because she's got to have a C-section, but it's quite a complicated one. So that's my fear, that what Yvonne's just mentioned. So I want to be there just in case anything, so I can be there like you, Yvonne, to tell her she can't go anywhere. I know it's not a nice thought to think that, but you worry. It's a worrying time. It's not like labour's an easy thing. Went on tour there with my daughter, with that Edinburgh Vaults. Yeah. Do you know, I want to go there. I don't know how I'd manage. I don't know whether I'd be able to get Big Red, Little Blue in there, if I'd be able to walk through, because I know it's a vast place. Last person my granddad remembered, myself, he confused everyone else, but I always will be. That's it, Claire.
Walking through, candles start flickering.
Wow. So is there any steps down to it then? Mary, or is it all on one level?
Well, shine a light.
My grandma said she'd come back as a robin. I called out to her in the garden, and a robin flew down and sat on the step opposite me. Wow. See, I believe that robins come back as loved ones. But yeah.
You walk through.
Would I get a mobility scooter in there, or a wheelchair, do you think? What do you call breeze past us? Wow. Still got that to hold on to. Yes, there are steps in the vaults. I might have to go in wheelchair and try and walk down steps to get back in things. But it is one I want. I really do want to go to Edinburgh. But there's a few places in Edinburgh that we want to go and visit, though, isn't there?
Well, there's one in Edinburgh.
Oh, I hadn't set you off yawning. I've not yawned.
There's Edinburgh Vaults, and there's that Necropolis, and then there's that Greyfriars, isn't there?
Yeah.
Obviously, they're not all in Edinburgh, but Scotland.
Necropolis?
Yeah.
Necropolis, that's the one I want to go to. More so than other one, I think, just because I've not heard much about Necropolis, whereas everybody makes out Greyfriars. Yeah, a lot of people make it out that it's a bad place, or there's evil in there, and
Bobby.
Is it Bobby in there? And to me, I just can't see how a cemetery I'm not going to say it can't have negative spirits in, but I can't see how it could have evil spirits in, because of the ground it's on. It's on a sacred ground. Just watch out for the pissheads at night. Oh, do you get them? Oh, yeah, because it's in centre. Is it in centre, that one, or near?
Yeah,
it's near a shop. Yeah. But no, I think it's like what we keep saying, though. When we go out, we don't go looking for negative. I mean, you guys know that. You've watched us enough. We don't. I'm not having an eye test tomorrow. Feeling nervous. Well, let me know how you get on, my lovely, and try not to panic, because panicking only will just trigger more panic off, my love.
Mary didn't find it scary either.
No.
Not drink.
Yes, please. Can I have? I'm going to say wine, but I'll have a coffee.
Yeah, you will.
Not let me have wine on camera. But yeah, it's like I said, with negative spirits, we know we come across negative spirits, but they're not evil, they're not demonic. When we go investigating, when we're going to cemeteries a lot of the time, and even woods, even some at woods we've been to, and buildings we've gone into, to get the demonic energies that everybody goes on that they've got, that they've been attacked by demons, or this has happened to them by demons, or a demon's come through, whatever. To get to that level of evilness, as you could say, you've got to go into really, really dark stuff. I don't believe that you can just walk somewhere and there's going to be a devil waiting to jump out and scratch you, bite you. What I do believe is that when we do go to there is negative energies, and I think these negative energies are what people perceive as demons, devils, and everything else. And it isn't. It's just a grumpy spirit that's either didn't realise they passed when they crossed. They've crossed and they were a grumpy soul before. They witnessed a lot of heartache in the life. It could be umpteen reasons. I think people are obsessed with demon spirits and do like, yeah. I'm not saying they don't, Chris. I'm not saying people are obsessed with spirits and demons and spirits do lie. Yeah, I agree. Spirits can lie. And when we get a child coming through, it might not be a child. It could be somebody more negative than a child coming through. But they'll come through as a child because it's easier for us to communicate with them. But that doesn't mean that that's a devil that's coming through to communicate. I think it's just a way a spirit will get you to communicate. Because if they come through as aggressive or to come through as a child's voice, people are more susceptible to talk to that child. Whereas though if it comes through as a gruff, gravelly, deep voice, I'd ignore it. So for us, I think that's why. But why aren't demons? There's enough human demons. Exactly, Mary. Exactly. There is enough demons in this world. We aren't going hunting. But why would you want to go hunting these demons? I feel so sad when I hear a child's voice though. Yeah, I know, but again, evening Claire, my lovely. But again though, Gemma, when that child's coming through, it might not necessarily be a child. That could be a negative spirit trying to communicate with us in a child's voice, because it's easier for us to communicate back than rather just ignore. If you get what I mean. I'm not saying it's all like that, but it is. What's this?
Why do they shout, "Are you a demon"? Is that on about certain ghost hunting programs?
I think, because again, it's viewing.
It is. It's all to do with
It's viewing. It's all to do. If we're in a wood and say, I don't know, we hear something in bushes, we hear a growl in bushes, and we start shouting, "Is that a demon? Is that a demon?" Everybody's going to be like on chat, and it's going to be like, it's entertaining because people want to see that. It could be a badger growling at me in edge. It could have been a fox. It could have been. It needs looking. You can't just stand there and say, "Is it a devil? Are you a devil?" You've got to investigate where it come from. You've got to go look where that growl come from. But yeah, don't like provoking. Don't think it's a good idea. That's exactly. It's not respectful. To go shouting odds at them and things like that. I think it's very disrespectful.
I mean, I suppose spirits are only like humans. I mean, if you go up to another human and start provoking it, it's not going to talk nicely back to you.
No, it's going
to get aggressive.
They're going to get aggressive. They are going to scratch you. They are going to bite you. They are going to nip you. Because you've been insulting. So you get that if you did it to a live person. You mind doing it to a dead one that you can't see. Americans are obsessed with demons. Nothing against Americans. I love them all. I think again, it's not that they're obsessed. It's more you've got to think these programs that you're watching are doing it for views. They're doing it for views. There's so many programs on telly that you can watch, and it's all to do with negative. It's all to do with demons and Ouija boards and witches and stuff like that. It doesn't mean that
somebody
they're all
put
bad.
something on, and I haven't seen it, so I don't know if it's true or not. But I just read a post on Facebook about ghost adventures, and apparently there was in an old bar or something like that, and this old bar, something like drink or one a drink came through on something, and Aaron said, "Oh, that's relevant because we're in a place where you could get a drink, and it's coming through a drink." And then Zach says, "No, it mentioned a ritual, drinking blood as a satanic ritual." It's like, really? How did we get from just having a drink to it being like satanic?
Exactly, Gemma.
A ritual, drinking human blood.
Yeah. I used to work in a big building and wouldn't go near the top floor because it scared me so badly. I found out that it was no courthouse where they used to hang people. Yeah, so there'd been negative energy there. It wouldn't have made you feel nice to be there. So yeah, it's and people blaming objects for their negativity annoys me. Again, with that one, Nick, that's a difficult call. Again, because like I said, I do believe
nobody's saying, Catherine. Nobody's saying that all Americans are.
No, we're not at all.
I'm not. Trust me, like I say, I'm on about the ghost hunting programs.
I think about programs more than people.
But if you're looking at programs, you can look on YouTube, and there's plenty of English YouTube channels that
do exactly the same. Because where it all stems from is films.
Yeah.
It stems from big films, Hollywood films, and everything like that, and even some UK films from producers that they've done, and that's where it just comes from.
Evening, Shannon.
People blaming objects. Sid. See, objects can affect people, but they can't possess people. So an object could, if the object's got an attachment, it could form some kind of negativity around the person that's round it or touching it. I do believe that, but I don't believe a person can get possessed by an object.
I was just on about one particular show in America, and there's as many in the UK that do the same. Probably not mainstream TV programs because we haven't got any of
Mary. Spirits aren't bad. I do like it when someone starts screaming and provoking spirit. I do not like it. Again, Angela, it's just because for a lot of them, that's how they've got the views up. That's how they've got people to watch. It's like they're watching an horror show on a live video. It's like, let's say, like Danny, for instance. No, Danny with his nun videos, right? They're spoof videos. He does them for entertainment value, and I absolutely love watching them videos that he does because I find them so funny and so entertaining. But some people watching that think that's real.
Yeah.
And then they go out to try and recreate, and they start shouting out to these things that they're shouting out to. But theirs is a spook, and it's just that's how it just starts spreading. But I actually do love watching Danny. I think he's an amazing bloke to watch. I know you're not saying all of us in the US. I'd batter him, Catherine, if he was.
You won't be that started it.
Oh dear.
And he mentioned one TV
It does
show.
make it bad for others, Chris. It does. I tell you what, if I'm dead and someone is screaming at me to talk, I'm out. If somebody screams at me when I'm past and somebody starts screaming at me, I'd attack him. I'd scratch him. Nikki the Nun. I mean, I love the Nun. And I love the Granny. I love the Slender Man. I love all his spoof videos. I think are absolutely amazing. And some of it, even some exploring videos that they've gone and done. I just enjoy watching his channel. But yeah. Yeah.
The Black Eyed Children one were quite good as well.
Yeah, it were. Yeah. But we want to go to where they are anyway, or supposedly are. Allegedly are. And that's Cannock Chase. We are arranging to go camping there next year with a few teams. So that's going to be fun and games, I think, for a weekend.
There's supposed to be a bit of everything down there, Cannock Chase.
There is. I mean, Chris has put some photos up on his page. Well, in group, I think we're in group, weren't it, Chris? You put photos on. I could watch you guys all day. Oh, bless you, Denise. I love you too.
She could talk all day, so I won't worry about it.
I could. But Chris shared 2 photos of things that have been captured in Cannock Chase. And when we met up at Simon's house with Chris and Jane,
From Ghost Hunt Down.
Chris and Jane had been there themselves, and Chris said that he'd seen something. So I showed him the photos. Yeah, they're on group page. Thanks, Chris. And I showed him the photos of this like little white alien thing, and he like went white a little bit, and he couldn't believe, because that was exactly the same thing as what he'd seen when he was there. So it was like a good validation for him. It's refreshing that you are so positive, because most investigators automatically say, oh, negative spirits. And if I was a spirit, I would really wind them up.
I mean,
But,
way
yeah.
I look at it is, if I'm going to a place and investigating and trying to contact spirit, right? They not,
I won't be
might,
disrespectful.
well, they might not be right happy about me being there anyway. I mean, if you were sat in your living room and somebody started walking in and walked into your living room and just started talking to you and expected you to talk back to them, you wouldn't be right happy about it, would you?
No. But that's why sometimes when they do come through and they do say leave.
Chinese and Indian combo tonight. Ew.
Oh, I'm coming to yours. I'll have Indian bit.
I'll have Indian bit. I'm not bothered about Chinese.
My daughter doesn't live too far from Simon, a couple of miles. Oh, bless Mary. You'll have to tell her to call him for a coffee. But yeah, it's like when we go into some places and it's literally, you can hear it coming through really clear, and it'll say leave or excuse me, get out. If we're in a big enough place, we'll respect them and we will move on, because obviously they don't want to be bothered, you know.
The only thing that ever worries me is we're in a place like we were in that church the other night, and you're saying if you like them devices up, we'll leave. And I'm thinking, well, what we're going to do? It's only been on live 20 minutes. So we have to leave now. We're buggered.
No, but what I'm saying is, you do have to. There's that respectful line, isn't there? When you're all right, then it won't be straight away. But if you've been there an hour and a half, and then it's coming through that they don't want you there, they're making it quite clear, then we would leave.
We'd have to,
you know?
we'd have to haunted phone box down road.
But part of it would be, well, obviously it's part of investigation, and that's how we just do
That's
it.
how we roll.
Yeah, that's how we roll. We do roll. We bounce. But yeah, it's I just find the whole paranormal
I think everyone's left.
interesting. They haven't left. I just find that all paranormal.
I think they've all got together and going, if we don't send out, that's going to really mess them up. They're just going to sit there going, what do we do now? Nobody's talking.
So have you got any more questions, my lovelies? Peter's back. Welcome back, my love. I'm looking down because sometimes it chat ain't coming on screen, so I've got chat on my phone. Paranormal is very interesting. I agree.
Welcome back,
It
Peter.
is, and again, it's like we said, there is no right or wrong way. We'd never say that the way we do it is the right way to do it, because it's
yes,
not.
there is, Claire.
Where that you wouldn't
Anywhere that
yes.
there's been any recent tragedies.
Or certain historic tragedies. Tragic tragedies.
Yeah, but they're still recent, aren't they, them ones? And if you want about the ones,
yeah.
If there's been tragedy, then it's got to be an old one.
Yeah. We've actually gone to some places, and there has been recent.
I wouldn't go into a wood for a start. I wouldn't go into a wood where somebody done the sen last week and go to where they done the sen and start doing an investigation. That wouldn't happen.
I mean, there was one place where we went to. Well, I didn't go. John went, and we got some history back. And a little girl was brutally murdered, and other things happened. And her sister is still alive today, and it's still an open investigation. Now, when we went, people in our chat was picking up on a little girl and everything else.
A name actually came through.
A name come through.
We had to ignore it.
And we had to ignore it because, out of respect for the family, we didn't continue. We didn't go down that line. And all we put in, you'll notice in what we do in chat, or what as mods will do in chat, is if there is some information that's coming through that is too recent to talk about, our mods will say, yes, we acknowledge that information, but just let it be, or something along them lines, just to let that person know that we can't continue with that because it's
Welcome back,
welcome
Becky.
back, Becca, because it's just too soon. It's just not fair on families that are still alive. Now, if we're going to a cemetery and it's from 1700s, now, yeah, there's going to be family further down, but it's not recent family.
It's
Do you
not,
know? It's not
direct
like,
descendants.
yeah. So, oh, you can have super chat now. I know. We've had to enable that so we can go live, unfortunately. But yeah, you've got thing is, Claire, you've got to be respectful to to people. So you've got to be respectful to even when they've crossed. They're still people when they crossed. Still somebody's mom, dad, sister, auntie, uncle, child, best friend, whatever, you know. So it is.
That's right,
just
Scotty.
respect. There's recent stuff or young stuff, sometimes shocking, sometimes need to respect it as we always do. Exactly, Scotty, we do. And stickers, they are new. What stickers?
What stickers?
What stickers, Gems? Is everybody getting stickers?
I want a sticker. Why can't I have
I ain't got a sticker.
I know where I'd stick it.
On my mouth to shut me up. I know. So true. Yeah, it is. And you guys do amazing. I clicked the suitcase. What suitcase?
We ain't got a suitcase.
I ain't got a suitcase on mine. But yeah. But we're gonna say then. Yeah. You guys think they must be like super chat. All right. But to everybody that helps us out with history, it's fantastic what you do. I mean, we find bits, but when it's really delving back, it's not that
thank
we
you,
can't.
Denise.
It's just that
we're happy you found it because we've got you in it now.
Exactly, you're part of ETA family now. You're a family. No super chat, Chris. We're okay, my lovely. But yeah, it's what were I gonna say? I forgot what I was saying. But yeah, it's all the history.
Like Chris and Scotty.
Yeah, and when Cliff were helping, they're delving back and going back into the history. It's not the easiest thing to do. It's not the quickest thing to do either. No. And everybody's got their own lives and their own things to be getting on, but you guys still come through and get us the history that we need, which we can't thank you enough. And same with everybody else, we can't thank you enough for supporting us. It's just been I was so overwhelmed when we come in other night, and we'd hit the YouTube stuff and everything else, and they've sent us links saying that you can now be monetized. It would just so overwhelming.
We're a little bit annoying actually because it came through when we came back from that investigation.
We just pulled up outside house.
If it had come through about 5 hours earlier,
we might have worked.
It still might not have worked.
But signal still might not have been strong enough. I don't know because I don't know how YouTube differs to.
Well, with
Facebook.
that Stream Elements and Streamlabs that we tried, you're obviously streaming to their servers, which is streaming to YouTube. So it's like you're streaming twice, basically, aren't you?
Yeah.
Which is more to go wrong with. Whereas now we're just streaming straight. We are streaming
stories that stick with you for sure. It's amazing to see all this history and pull it together. People's stories need telling, and this is one way of doing so. I agree, Scotty.
We are streaming live across YouTube now.
I totally agree. I think that some of these stories need to be told. Could have still been processing fee. Could have, Chris, yeah.
50 quid for a sticker.
What's your next investigation? Next one, we're out tomorrow night. I don't know whether we're doing live on Facebook tomorrow, and then Friday we'll be doing live on YouTube, because we've got to switch between the two until I can get for Scooter for Big Red. What I need to do is I need to find a device to put my camera in, but then we've got to find a device to stick onto Big Red so I can turn the camera around while I'm sat on Big Red. That sounds wrong. While I'm sat on my scooter, I've got to find a device that turns round.
I'm deaf.
And yeah, so that's at the minute, that's what we're looking for. Once we've got that, then we can live stream on both Facebook and YouTube at the same
Yes,
time.
Denise, I do think that intuition is a kind of a psychic ability.
Yeah, it is. Of course it is. Sixth sense, isn't it? Yeah, your sixth sense. I go with my gut. If my gut says no, then we don't do it. You should set the book me up a coffee up. That's through something else, but you can link under your videos.
I think she'll be drinking again. She's on sauce again.
Have you been on sauce, Gemma? We can go for a ride on Big Red. Hey, I've seen a 2-seater one, but it'd be no good. Have you got all your YouTube hours?
We have,
out
Yvonne,
of
yes.
the way?
We have now got them all, and we're now.
We have, so nobody has to.
No, you don't have to watch us
you don't
anymore.
have to back it up.
You still have to
or
watch us,
anything.
but you don't have to watch Oldens.
Yeah, I'm going to catch up over the weekend on your
Oh, thank you, Becky.
Oh, bless Becky. Thank you, my lovely. We've still got one to put on, but we've got to. We're not even editing it. What we're doing is we're putting it on Raw, but John's joining them all together.
They were all like, we did them on this phone. John can get a golf cart. Hey, that'd be nice. Only thing is where do they put it?
Another YouTube watch does that. Another YouTube I watch does that. Does what?
Just Facebook and YouTube.
Oh, just Facebook and YouTube. Yeah. Sorry, Gemma, I was lost then. Simon's just gone live, has he? Bless him. I did say to him, is he going live tonight? And he went, I don't think so. But I thought he would do, just to go on for a chit chat. So after we've finished here, we'll probably pop across and see him, won't we?
Yeah, show support. We might even, if you guys all fancy it, we'll all go out and do a raid.
Yeah, shall we go and raid his channel? Any of you fancy going over and raiding Simon's chat? That's what they call it, a raid, when you go over to somebody else's channel. Coming out with these new things on YouTube, it's really cool how it all works and what people do, and everybody supports.
Scratch gone. I haven't seen him send out for a while.
Scratch he'll have gone across. We'll prop over. Yes. Is everybody okay with that? I'm going to say show me some hearts going up, but they can't, can they? So, right then, guys, what we'll do then is we'll end our Chit Chat Tuesday night. We shall see you across on Simon's chat.
GS Paranormal.
Chris, can you drop me a link for GS Paranormal, please? And I will be going on as Lindsay Fletcher. John goes on as ETA Paranormal.
It's in the game.
Just because it's just easier that way for us when we go across. So take care, Sid, my lovely lady.
Take care, Sid.
And just thank you guys for joining. Scotty, can you drop link for GS? Or Chris one, and you just so if anybody ain't got that link, they can get it. Sarah, are you popping over with us? Denise, my lovely.
I thought I could do it, but I can't.
Take care, family. We'll catch you live tomorrow. You will.
Yes, you will.
My lovely. We're at White Rose Paranormal tomorrow.
White Rose Paranormal.
I want to say cheers, Scotty. So White Rose Paranormal with Ellen and Wenda.
Wanda, I would
You'll be saying Wanda then, weren't you? Wenda. So it will be a good night. We are going to somewhere where we've never seen before. What's happening? My other half was yakking. We're nipping over to GS. Chris has just shared the YouTube link. So we're going to finish our live, but we're going to go across onto his chit chat. So if you want to join us, click on that link there. Show him some love.
Yeah, and if you do go over, that's me, Sid gone. First thing you put in chat is hashtag ETA raid.
Yeah, that's what you've got to put in. Hashtag ETA raid when we go over. So, so take care, my lovelies. We shall see you tomorrow night. I think we're going to be live about 7 to half past again. I don't think it's going to be a late start. But yes, very interesting place tomorrow. So sweet dreams, my love. That's it, Chris. ETA raid. That's what you've got to put on Simon's chat. So we shall see you all over there in about 2-3 minutes. Yeah. And take care. Thanks for joining us.
Right. See you later, guys.
See you next live.